Hello, good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. So, I found something last night that gives us a little look into the strategy of Mickey's defense attorney. And so, I want to get it up here and show you what they are saying. All right.
The video itself is disturbing and difficult to watch for anyone.
27 seconds of video showing the brutal murder of District Judge Kevin Mullins. But according to the defense attorney for former Letcher County Sheriff Sean Mickey Stines, the man accused of murdering Mullins, 27 seconds lack the full story.
I think that we need to see the entire video and the other evidence that can put that into context. And without that context, the portion that we saw, it does not stand alone. There has to be an understanding of the full story.
I sat down with Jeremy Bartley earlier, who says the fatal shooting wasn't planned.
I specifically asked the officer if there was any indication in his investigation that this was in any way planned, and he indicated no.
He believes the highest level of culpability should be manslaughter.
What we're saying is that is based upon the facts that we know on so far, that should be the ceiling. We will mount a full defense. Extreme emotional disturbance, as you know, is a partial defense, right? But we intend to pair that with another defense.
Obviously, since this incident, a lot of questions have been raised. One that has caused a lot of confusion at the time of the preliminary hearing is whether or not Stein's daughter's phone number was a saved contact in Mullins' phone.
My question when I asked was the number in the phone. I was referencing a recent call. I didn't specifically ask if it was a contact. If they say it is not, then I'll take that at face value today.
Another pressing question was the federal lawsuit where Stines was accused of failing to investigate allegations that one of his deputies repeatedly sexually abused a woman in Mullins Chambers, a reason for this crime.
One must wonder if they were not related. But again, we await to see the evidence and the completion of the state's investigation and the completion of our independent investigation.
He says they're hoping for an acquittal.
We are going to put on a full defense and urge for an acquittal if and when this case goes in front of a jury of a full acquittal. I'm not going to announce today what we believe that defense will be, although everyone wants to know.
Kylie Hill, Fox 56 News.
And that's it for that one.
On January 1st, 2014, Michael Hogg died.
Let me stop sharing that. What do you guys think? He's looking for an acquittal. So that means, well, that I don't know. I've never really heard anybody talk about an acquittal when they've got it on video, showing what actually happened. So I'm interested. What that tells me is that there's some other extenuating circumstances here that he is maybe starting to tell his lawyer. Let's see. Hi, everybody. First off, let me say hi to everybody. Hi, Lovebug, Pinto, Dave H. I want to know who the little hottie in the back of the squad car was. I don't know. Donna, Donald. I think they're always looking for an acquittal. Let's see. Joshua Rivers, JD, Lee County, Virginia, reporting in where the man run fast and the chickens are nervous. Oh, yes, there's more to the story. This is going to be, and then Schnitzel Simmel. Good evening from Germany. I took 3 years of German in high school. Sprechen Sie Deutsch? Ich heiße Elizabeth. It's about all I can remember. It's been a long time ago. I did find a couple other little tidbits from Letcher County that I just wanted, and this doesn't have anything to do with what happened with Mickey and Judge, but it kind of gives you a little look into how the dynamics are down there. Listen to this. This here's Mr. Chris Anderson, and I love Chris. He is one of he has been one of the baseball coaches for my kids since they were little. And he used to do some. And let's go listen to this little.
The issue of transgender bathroom use has been brought up in Eastern Kentucky. Earlier this week, the Letcher County Fiscal Court discussed the issue during its regular May meeting.
It takes our kids and everything. That's what I'm looking at for grandkids now. And I think they all have to use the bathroom.
These are all old players here, though.
Can we do that?
That's the voice of Letcher County District 1 Magistrate Bobby Howard. At Monday's fiscal court
This was
meeting,
about 8
Howard brought
years
up the
ago.
issue of transgender bathroom use and asked Letcher County Attorney Jamie Hatton if the county could pass a resolution
Oh.
restricting bathroom use in county buildings, forcing someone to only be allowed to use the restroom which corresponds with the sex listed on their birth certificate.
I just like for the county to know we're not for it, and then pass it.
Howard's comments were met with agreement by his fellow court members.
It ain't right. I mean, I think it's just putting our kids in jeopardy, and I don't think it's good for
I
them.
agree with you.
Oh, I agree with you 100%.
During the discussion, questions about federal law were brought up, but the court ultimately voted to authorize Hatton to research the issue to find out if the county can restrict bathroom
Jamie
use
Hatton's
in county
still there.
facilities based upon an individual's birth certificate.
This affects less than one.
Let me stop that real fast, too, and just let you guys know who players are here. Jamie Hatton is the county attorney. He's been in there forever, and he is still there. He's the one who was appointed as the special prosecutor for the Patrick Little case. And Patrick Little is the one who is accused. He was indicted on 44 counts of messing with children. Jamie Hatton is an elected official into our county attorney's office, and he is the one who has put forward to the court that he would not oppose house arrest or work release for a 5-year plea bargain for Patrick Little. So, if we don't stop voting these people into office, nothing's ever going to change. And, the same people who are causing the problems are not going to bring us solutions for these problems. Okay. This video that we're watching also has our old judge executive in it. There's been a new one that has been elected now, and he's sitting right beside of him. This guy in the yellow shirt. I think
On
that's
Thursday,
him
Hatton said he
anyway.
was still
looks
researching the
like
issue
him.
and declined to make a statement on camera. I asked some folks outside of the courthouse in Whitesburg their opinion on the county taking up the issue,
Now,
but
this
no one
is
wanted
what
to
was
speak on
interesting.
camera in support of the court's action. 2 people I spoke to, however, said even broaching the issue is a waste of time by the court.
I just feel like they're asking for trouble with it. I feel like it's going to cause an uproar where one isn't needed, because honestly, who's going to be standing at the bathroom checking to see if someone's got their birth certificate to see if they're a female or a male or anything else? So I think it's pointless, actually. Just aside from my views on the situation, I think it's going to do nothing but cause trouble.
I think it's a distraction. I think it's, I don't think it's a great idea. I think they'll obviously get sued. It's a form of discrimination, and I don't support it. I don't agree with it.
I also tried to reach Magistrate Bobby Howard for comment, but was unsuccessful. The Letcher Fiscal Court will meet in a special meeting Friday morning, but the county's budget is the only item on the agenda for discussion. Reporting in Whitesburg for EKB News, I'm Chris Anderson.
All right. And then wanted to go over to this other one. And this is a different case. This was another interesting case. All right. And I just wanted to show you that video, just to show you kind of the dynamics of the courthouse and just the hog case that we were just looking at, that last one. Oh, you couldn't hear it? Can you hear me now? That I got it off of there? Sorry, y'all. We can try it again. Let's see. You can hear me now? Okay. Let's kick these off of there. And I'll do it again.
January 1st, 2014,
Can you
Michael
hear it
Hogg
now?
died after he was stabbed following a fight in downtown Whitesburg. That same day, Patrick Smith and James Huffman were arrested, and today that's where they remain, both without bond. But for Smith, that may be changing soon. WINT's Haley Minogue was in court as the men's defense teams requested a change of venue and bail hearing.
28 months after Patrick Smith and James Huffman were indicted, the defense teams for both men feel like they are finally getting closer to a trial date.
I feel happy about a date. It's been almost 2.5 years. This trial needs, if they want a trial, they need to set a trial date.
Part of the reason it has taken so long to get the case moving, the election of Judge Sam Wright to the Kentucky Supreme Court. A judge from Harlan has taken on the case, and attorneys want a jury from another county as well.
It has been referred to by several members of the authorities that this is the OJ case of Letcher County, and certainly being treated that way. So we are asking that there be a change of venue.
With all the attention this case has received, Wright hopes people won't be quick to judge.
There are two sides to every story, and the side of the alleged victims in this case has certainly been told through many accounts. But the side of the defendants has never really been told. And we're really looking for the opportunity to do that.
A story Patrick Smith's mother began telling Friday afternoon.
He was trying to do the right thing. My son saw things he didn't want to see. He did things he didn't want to do. And when he came home, he has struggled, like all veterans of the Iraqi war have.
Barker says it hurts seeing her son shackled, and she's ready to move forward with the proceedings. In Letcher County, Haley Minogue, WYMT Mountain News.
Smith is facing carrying a concealed deadly weapon and tampering with physical evidence charges. Huffman is facing murder and assault charges. Patrick Smith's bond hearing will be held on May 13th. The change of venue motion will be heard on June 10th. The Assistant Commonwealth's Attorney declined to comment, and we were unable to reach the Hogg family today.
Okay. And the reason why I shared that one was just to give you guys a little insight, into how Letcher County deals with cases. That specific case happened at, if I'm not mistaken, I think it happened right outside the same restaurant and bar that Mickey and Judge Mullins had ate at before what happened with them. They've got two in downtown Whitesburg that sit right straight across the street from each other, and they're less than a block away from the courthouse. They're just kind of diagonal, catty cornered from the courthouse. And that I don't want to say anything wrong on that case because I'm not as familiar with it recently. I haven't looked into it in a long time. So that'll be another good one to kind of look over and see what all happened in that. That was, like he said, it was the OJ case of Whitesburg at the time before this happened. So, but let's see who all we got. Everybody could hear me once I redid it. Good deal. I love Bug 103 in the chat. Please hit that like and subscribe. Yes, like 95% of my viewers aren't subscribed. So if you would take a minute and just subscribe to the channel, like the video if you did, share it if you want to. I really appreciate it. We are going to do a new Speak Your Piece today too. The newspaper comes out on Wednesday, every Wednesday. So I'm going to do another Speak Your Piece today. And today's will be very interesting because everybody got so upset at the newspaper for putting that on the front paper or the front page last week, the picture of Kevin and Mickey. So, and I'm very interested in what is going to come out at trial with Mickey's trial. I hope he sings like a bird. There was another one that I wanted to look at. Let me see if I stuck that. Well, I'll do another video on it. I had found another video where the judge executive, not the one that we have now, it was the same one that was in that video I just showed you a second ago, where the Letcher County Sheriff's Office was trying to get money from the judge executive because the sheriff's office was running out of money, and they were basically trying to put a double retirement on to some of the deputies who were retiring. And the judge executive got very, very upset. So that interview is really, really cool. I thought that I had pulled it up, but I didn't. So I'll do another one on that one. But it really made me think too about the money. I had went back and pulled off all these pictures from the Letcher County Sheriff's Office page where they had, because they're very proud of everything that they confiscate off of people. So rugs, money, paraphernalia, everything they find, they take pictures of it. They kind of put it all out on a desk and take pictures of it and show everybody what they've found, what they've confiscated. And in another video, I had reported that they had said that they had, they reported, Mickey was the one who did it on his Facebook page, that they had got $30,000 from the forfeiture money, from all that money that they had confiscated from these rug busts and stuff. They got the money. So that money was forfeited to the sheriff's department, and then the sheriff's department spent it on things that they needed. And it just makes me wonder, well, was that not a policy when the interview that I just saw with the judge executive, was that when it was Danny Webb who was actually the sheriff at the time, the one before Mickey, but it's still the same sheriff's office. The same types of things were happening. They were still pulling people over. They were still having these big rug busts and confiscating this stuff. Where was that money going? All these questions that I have, I know other people have same kinds of questions. Hi, Miss TNT, Truth and Transparency in the house. Rock it, she says. Yes, ma'am, you're rocking it too. She is covering all kinds of cases. So if anybody wants to go and check out Miss Truth and Transparency, she's doing some awesome stuff on her channel. Let's see, Juju Harris. Darn it, I got here too late. No, you didn't, honey. You catch the replay. Love Bug, Claire Ivers. Do they do a lot of civil forfeiture, like boats and stuff? Well, I'm sure that they do. That's what I was talking about, the money that Mickey had reported. And, they put it all over their Facebook page, so it's very easy to find it, any of this stuff. Speak your piece. When my hometown had a column like that, they called it Sound Off. There you go. Let's see. SAR Slick Midnight. The rugs they confiscate are probably resold. Well, and evidence getting missing out of the evidence locker. That's also in that interview that I had. I don't know what happened to it when I got my stuff ready, but I'll put that up here in a little bit. But they had said that they were, if the sheriff's department would run itself better, but they had had things come up missing out of the evidence locker that shouldn't have come up missing. I don't know if this might have been around about the same time that Brian Dameron was charged, but he was one of the deputies who was charged for theft. He was stealing pew-pews and stuff out of the evidence locker, and they caught him. And I'm shocked that they even did an in-house investigation and caught him with it. And I think he got 5 years, maybe is what he got, 4 years, something like that. I'm sure he didn't serve it all either. Let's see. Claire, we had one of those too, but I've been gone so long I can't remember the name. Yeah. Let's get to 200 in the chat today. Yes, ma'am. Wondering why sheriff's attorney asked Trooper if he was aware of a criminal complaint sheriff had filed against the judge. Trooper said no, and they went on. I know. I caught that too. And you just have to kind of wonder, behind the scenes. I caught a lot of flack from people when I did my videos on Judge Mullins and Mickey, because I didn't put anything in there bad about them, about the who are they videos. Well, that's not what my purpose was with those videos. You know, none of us are defined, or we shouldn't be defined by our mistakes or even our worst moments. You know, because I've sure had a lot of them of my own. You know, if I just be honest, I've sure had a whole lot of my own. And you know, I don't want to be defined by that, by something that I've done, or a mistake that I made, or a hard lesson I had to learn. Now, mistakes and, you know, intentional criminal activity, kind of two different things, you know, depending on how far you wanted to take the comparison. You know, you can't, if you're messing with a kid under 12 and messing with another kid under 16, and those are a little bit more than mistakes in my mind. You know, that's a little bit more. That goes a little bit further and beyond the meaning I'm trying, or the point that I'm trying to make. But the videos, I just wanted people to be able to see who Mickey was and see what the community thought of these. In general, you know, of course you're going to have a little sect here or a little sect there, but in general, this is all we knew of these people. You know, and I know I'm the one that says it all the time. People put masks up, and the mask starts to slip over a while. You know, we only know what people allow us to see. And so those videos were really just to introduce everybody to the men, you know, as in general, and what the community thought of them. You know, they were part of this community, both of them, in very big ways. Now, if it comes out that Judge was doing some really dirty, underhanded stuff, or if it comes out that some of these others, because I think that there's way more involved here than just Mickey and Kevin. There's a whole lot of dirt that that the rumors talk about that doesn't even apply to Kevin and Mickey. You know, the rumors and stuff that I've heard personally are about other people. They're down there in that same circle, but they're about other people. And so, and like I said, there's been rumors about the judge's chambers for years, you know, so, but we don't know. We don't know nothing yet. But it'll be very interesting to see. If not, he has to pay his dues, even though my heart goes on. I know. And I didn't know which hottie in the back seat you was talking about, but yeah, that was Mickey's daughter. Yeah, that was Mickey's daughter. And she's a beautiful girl. They've always kind of fancied her as a little model. You know, her mommy's always putting modeling pictures that she's taken of her, you know, just like amateur at home that mommy does. But they're always showing off real model-like photographs of her. And, you know, I blocked out her face on that Who is Mickey Stines video, and a lot of the people that were in there, like the kids, pictures of her when she was little, because there's a difference where Mickey is the one, he's the perpetrator here, you know, he's the defendant, he's the one that's went and done this. And, you know, his daughter didn't do it, and his wife didn't do it. And so I just didn't want to associate them, you know, in that video with that. So let's see. Acquittal with that video. Pipe dream. I know. I don't think so either. They're going to have to come out with some major like it would have to be so bad. You know, I just don't even know I don't even know what he could come out with. I mean, we talked about, or I mentioned it in another video, what jury nullification is. And I actually caught an interview with somebody else this morning, and they said that in the state that they are in, if anybody even talks about jury nullification, like they get in trouble. They're not even allowed to mention it. Let's see what it says. Jury nullification is when a jury in a criminal trial returns a not guilty verdict even though they believe the defendant is guilty. The jury may believe the law is unjust or poorly applied to the case. The jury may believe the punishment for the crime is too harsh. The jury may believe the law is outdated or needs to be revised. The jury may have prejudices in favor of the defendant. The jury may want to send a message about a larger social issue. Jury nullification is not an official part of criminal procedure, but it's possible because jurors have the right to return any verdict they choose. A jury's verdict only applies to the specific case, but a pattern of acquittals for similar offenses can make a statute effectively invalid. Let's see. Some examples of jury nullification include during Prohibition, juries acquitted defendants who were caught smuggling alcohol. In the post-Civil War South, all white juries convicted black defendants accused of sex crimes against white women. That was awful. In the 1996 trial of Dr. Jack Kevorkian, the jury acquitted him even though he helped multiple people unalive themselves. Jury nullification refers to a jury's knowing and deliberate rejection of the evidence or refusal to apply the law, either because the jury wants to send a message about some social issue that is larger than the case itself, or because the result dictated by law is contrary to the jury's sense of justice, morality. So that's a basic definition of jury nullification. But like I said, it'd have to be something big. And it would have to be something like I don't even know. Like the statement he made, they're trying to kidnap my wife and kid. You know, if he was supposed to take the fall for something, or you know, like I said yesterday, with all them women who've been murked and their cases are unsolved, and they were all related to Ben Fields. You know, we just don't know what direction this will go. We really have no idea. You know, this could be way bigger than just sexual abuse of women on house arrest. You know, this could lead into unsolved murks being solved, exposed, and people in certain circles that either know about it or are involved. Like, that's some serious, serious stuff. All of it is. But anyway. Yeah, if anybody isn't subscribed, hit that subscribe button and like the video if you did. I sure appreciate it. Let's see, I like how you did those videos, kind of giving a summary of who each of the guys were. That helps to know. Thank you, because that's what I was trying to do. 210 in the chat. Love y'all being here. Thank you. Thank you, Love Bug. Adam, let's see. I bet a lot of people are worried. I bet they are too. That's something else I wanted to say. Like with all this stuff with the Diddy, with P. Diddy, and when he started to go down, you've not heard hardly anybody in Hollywood or any of those high A-list celebrities that were his best buddies, Ashton Kutcher and Jay-Z and Beyonce. Heck, they even arrested the mayor of New York, the one that gave him the key to the city. He turned around and gave P. Diddy the key to the New York and then had to turn around and take it back when he got in trouble. Well, they ended up arresting him too. I don't know how many of you all are even interested in any of that, but I saw a very good comparison with that. When Diddy started to go down, you still haven't heard anybody speak out against him, in favor of him, or anything, because everybody's terrified that he's got them on tape, right? Well, what do you think the same situation here is? You don't have nobody coming out talking. Nobody. Everybody's being quiet as a mouse. Because, why? I mean, I don't know. They're the only ones that can do it. Why aren't you speaking out in some way, shape, or form? Are they afraid? Are they afraid that they'll be implicated in some way, shape, or form? Because that was kind of what I was touching on yesterday with the racketeering statute and the charges that they're using this for with racketeering. Well, if they went down there and found that there was a big connection between the doctors, the lawyers, the rehabs, you have all those entities working together to enrich themselves. And I'm just asking the question. I'm not accusing anybody of anything. I'm just saying. So if you have all of those players involved and they're all benefiting in some way, shape, or form, financially, personally, whatever, well, wouldn't that statute apply to that too? Couldn't you bring a charge on something like that? Only if they look for it. So who's looking? There were legal remedies available. Vigilante justice is meaningless. Yeah. No matter what Kevin did, he did not deserve to be chased around that desk like that. Like Mickey's, it's plain, it's obvious. He did not want to leave that office with Judge alive. He heard him. He opened the door and started to go out, and he heard Judge moving around or maybe trying to speak. Who knows? But something caught his attention, and he turned back around and went back underneath the table and pew-pewed him again. What he did was a pure, murk, no matter what. He wanted to make sure, by what that video shows me, he wanted to make sure Judge could never speak on nothing. Let's see, right. No one would snap to that extent without a good reason. It's just so sad. It's so sad. But, well, I sure appreciate you all being here. I'm going to work on getting that. I'm going to get that other video up that I thought I had queued up. and we'll do another one here after a while. And I'm going to do this week's Speak Your Piece. All right, guys. Well, thank you for being here. And we'll see you later, okay? Bye.